So far, only 4 houses have been officially announced for Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando. But thanks to supposedly leaked details and a new speculation map, we might have a complete list of all 10 houses for 2022. Let's check in on all of the official and unofficial information, including possible house names, details, and locations in today's news update. Both Universal Orlando and Universal Studios Hollywood have announced 4 haunted houses so far for this year's event. The Weeknd After Hours Nightmare is inspired by the top songs and dark music videos of The Weeknd's album After Hours. The Horrors of Blumhouse is a double feature maze based on the Blumhouse films Freaky and The Black Phone. Universal Monsters Legends Collide combines 3 of the classic Universal monsters into one house: the Wolfman, Dracula, and the Mummy. And Halloween is another house based on the original 1978 John Carpenter film. An image started floating around the internet this week that appeared to contain the names for most of the mazes in Orlando. From what we can tell, these probably are the official names, and they did line up with everything on the latest speculation map. In addition to the 4 officially announced houses so far, there appear to be another 5 original houses that we've learned the names for from this leak. Witch's Brew, Spirits of the Coven, which is rumored to be a play on brew and spirits as names for drinks. Dead Man's Pier, Winter's Wake, which has been rumored to be the cold house for the year, perhaps even containing the snow effect. Fiesta de Chupacabras, which is in line with the rumored cryptozoological creature house that we spoke about earlier this year. Descendants of Destruction, which was originally listed as a sequel house to 2018's Seeds of Extinction. And finally, the last leaked name was Bugs Eaten Alive, which was just listed as Bug House originally on the spec map and is pretty self-explanatory. Adding these 5 original houses to the 4 officially announced houses, that still only makes 9 total that are now known. But there will be 10 houses at this year's event in Orlando. The last speculation map before today had the 10th house listed as the Evil Dead. But either due to a rights issue, or perhaps that was just based on a bad rumor, it does not look like we will be getting a house based on the Evil Dead after all. The new theory is that instead, the 10th house will be yet another original property, which today's brand new and final speculation map from Horror Night Nightmares is calling Prison. It's possible that this original could somehow tie into the lore of Hellgate Prison as seen in prior houses. The other houses listed on the final spec map for Orlando have also been updated with all of the final house names, either from the official announcements or the leaked image. Scare zones have also been updated on the current map, some of which are already under construction inside of Universal Studios Florida. Lighting, trusses, and even speakers are starting to show up in various areas around the park as well in preparation for the event, which begins in just about 1 month from now. We are once again expecting 2 shows this year, including a fountain show in the lagoon, and what many believe will be a sequel to the popular Nightmare Fuel show from last year. Despite earlier reports otherwise, this stage show will be able to perform on the Fear Factor live stage since it was not demolished this year as the 2024 Harry Potter expansion was canceled according to permits. The long-awaited multi-night tickets are finally on sale in Orlando now, including Rush of Fear and Frequent Fear passes. Scare Actor Dining Experience has returned for 2022 despite the Monsters Cafe closing permanently and being partially demolished. Instead, Scare Actor Dining will take place within Louis' Italian restaurant this year. Permits have been filed for all 10 house locations this year, including 5 soundstage locations, which are rumored to house Halloween, Witch's Brew, Chupacabra, Dead Man's Pier, and the rumored Prison House. The old parade building is rumored to house the Universal Monsters Legends Collide, and the new larger parade building is where the Weeknd House will be. The tents will be home to Bugs Eaten Alive and Descendants of Destruction. And the final house, Horrors of Blumhouse, will be located within a new temporary location set within the Fast and Furious Supercharged queue. Normally, the MIB tent is used, but because construction was expected to be going on during this time for the Harry Potter expansion, they planned the house for a temporary location instead. Unfortunately, it was too late to move it when the Potter attraction was canceled. Halloween Horror Nights 31 in Orlando will run from September 2nd through October 31st in 2022. And with so little time between now and opening night and still 6 houses left to officially announce, we're in for a wild ride over the next few weeks. While we wait, check out the full line of Halloween Horror Nights inspired candles and wax melts from Souvenir Scents, including ones based on last year's Puppet Theater and Wicked Growth houses, classics like Krampus, Scarecrow, and Yeti, and even HHN Fog. Use my promo code PARKSTOP to save 15% off your entire order at souvenirscents.com. That's all for now, but be sure to subscribe to never miss an update, and if you like what we do, consider joining our Patreon for exclusive content and early access. Thanks for watching. See you next time.